Who want one last trip to the long trail?
In this video, I'll be recapping some of the things that we talked about in prior videos and also giving an update on new things that's happening. For example, the first thing is Keen_UT or Keen_TTV. This person was exposed for cheating. I made a full video, break it down step by step, everything. So I won't even try to do a summary. I just say go back and watch that video if you haven't. But to follow up with where I left off in that video, as you can see, his Twitter account is currently protected, but before in doing so, he tweeted then deleted these responses to the cheating allegations. Looks like I got the FGC attentions, especially in Tekken. All because the content creator got smoked, couldn't hold the L, and started spinning a narrative. So let me say this officially. I was not cheating. I know my playstyle. Most of my fights, I duck while moving forward. I get that it might look crazy, but I know for a fact I wasn't using anything. As for the so-called scripts y'all swear I leaked, I literally googled Tekken cheat menu photos and toggled them on stream in OBS on purpose, knowing exactly how people would react, and right on cue you screenshotted it and ran with it and made your headlines. At the end of the day, I don't care what y'all think. An 8-second clip doesn't define me, especially when it's been framed up by some random who clearly is reaching. Most of y'all in this chat probably never touched grass, let alone touch a pair of what? Known how a who feel? Well, I guess my Twitch is official done. I beat a pro in Tekken 8 having 7k followers, told his community to report me for cheating and violent hate speech. His power worked and I'm officially permanently banned on Twitch. This is the final tweet. I won't read it, but you get the point. Looking at this from another perspective, Roman Jelly says, I'm almost to the point where I think we should go scorched earth on this. Spread the hacks so far and wide that Bamco has to make anti-cheat because this has been just embarrassing. It's 2025. So what do you guys think about this? I don't blame the players for feeling this way because Bandai Namco should have been did something about it. It's been like, bro, 15 years. When did Tekken Tag Tournament 2 come out? It's been a long time. So for the players to finally be upset like this and be like, okay, let's just burn everything, I don't blame them. I also know some people's been turning off crossplay as a result of this. I did a poll on my live stream and it was about 30% of the people who turned off crossplay, and I wonder if Bandai Namco will address it. Tekken has done a collaboration with this anime game. I know I'm going to butcher this name, but we're going to say it anyways. Atelier Yuma. How bad was that? Was that terrible? Probably was terrible. Koei Tecmo and developer Gus are bringing the action of Tekken 8 from Bandai Namco Entertainment with special collaborated content, including costumes, special skills, and accessories, which will be available as free DLC at a later date. And I know a lot of people will look at this and be like, I could care less about this. But the reason why I still think it's important and the reason why I still think it's good is because this shows that Bandai Namco has not given up. We know how many games Bandai Namco has canceled. We know how bad the video game industry is currently. I read a news article saying that if Assassin's Creed, the new one, fails, then Ubisoft basically will be dismantled as a gaming division, right? And that's crazy. So that's kind of what we're up against. The fact that Tekken has had a rocky year one and Bandai Namco is still investing a lot into it. They're still doing collaborations. They're still giving funding, resources. That means that they have not given up. When we see stuff like this end and stop and we're scratching our heads wondering where all the little mobile game crossovers is at, that's when you know Tekken's in the danger zone. So as long as we see these things keep rolling, we know that Bandai Namco still has faith. And that's the most important thing about this. But then also the other side of it is like, one thing that I always say about Tekken is that they lack mass appeal. A lot of people would love this game. They would play the game, but they simply don't know it existed. Tekken has been very absent in terms of marketing and media presentation. And now they're finally getting back into it. So yes, this may not be for us, but it will bring in new players, and it also shows that Bandai Namco still has faith in the company, which is great. Now, at the same time, Harada arrived in San Francisco. As you can see here, he's on a plane over the ocean, and then you can see he's walking through the airport. Now, he was visiting for a thing called GDC 2025. This is basically a conference for developers by developers. And Harada did a little bit of speaking here. It says, Tekken, staying relevant as a 30-year-old franchise. And this is exactly that collaboration thing we were just talking about, right? These are the type of things that Tekken is doing to stay relevant. Tekken is a rarity. Not only is it one of the oldest video games, but it is one of the few that is still ongoing till today. And the fact that they were able to survive through all of these different eras, yes, they're struggling to keep up a little bit in terms of the current day era, but Tekken 7 showed that they can definitely push through. And I don't know, I've been thinking a little bit differently about Tekken 8. Tekken 8 isn't the best in terms of balance, but they do have a very, very, very diehard audience. And if Tekken really knocks it out of the park in season 2, it will be amazing. But to continue going with the conversation, Pakistan versus Korea. We know Pakistan dominated day 1 and day 2. Newman is a Steve player, and he basically went flawless throughout the whole entire event. He only lost 1 game to CBM. This guy, MVP. But the reason why I want to bring this up as well is because they've now released their official numbers. Peak viewership, 30,000 plus. The total views across the board was over 3 million. And then views in different country was 120. This is great that this event was able to reach this many people and also bring enjoyment to Tekken in a time where people were just sitting around waiting for the real enjoyment, season 2. That's the whole thing that tournaments is supposed to do: entertain and spread the word. And that's why I think Arslan playing heel was really great, because him, getting antsy on Twitter encouraged a lot of people to watch and cheer and celebrate and also root against the enemy team, right? You know how we were talking about the Esports World Cup not featuring Tekken 8? Well, that changes now. They released this trailer and Tekken 8 is finally a part of the event. It's crazy because there's 3 fighting games here: Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, and Tekken. Like, bro, fighting games is most certainly back. It's crazy that 3 spots out of there was 50 or 40 that was, and fighting games have 3 of them. That's crazy. And I love it because they're giving out some serious money, bro. They're giving out serious money, serious prizes, and it just means another Tekken player can walk away with the big moolah. They have this promotional material, right? And it's a bunch of different players, but you have the John in the bottom left. That's fire. When this event happened, it will be truly glorious. Arsenal and Nash also responded and says, "I will do everything in my power to win this time." Last time Ulsan came through and he basically brought it back. It was looked like Pakistan was going to take it, but then Ulsan leveled up, defeated Arslan and Atif. He took both of their trophies home as a trophy, a souvenir. Bodied, your man done. I slayed him. I love it, bro. I love the competition. I love the rivalries. The America versus NA rivalry is still happening on Twitter. I think now they're kind of moving past all of the bickering and they're starting to get to a point to where they're going to set it up. I've seen tournament organizers, the guys who do Evo, the guys who do Combo Breaker, talking about putting things in order to make it happen. And then also I've seen Tekken developers retweeting stuff. So there's a lot of things happening from many different regions, from many different players, from many different sectors of Tekken, subsections of Tekken, and it's just great to see, bro. With the game not being in a good state, it's still alive. So imagine what will happen if season 2 puts it back on track. It's going to be unstoppable.